guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I love to make videos on luxury fashion, handbags, shoes. I like to do some styling videos, and I do those things from the standpoint of somebody who is in the middle of her life, as well as someone who is mid-size. So if that's something that interests you, I would love it if you would just take a second and click the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you know every time I upload a video. So as you can probably tell from my voice, I am under the weather right now. I apologize. I know this video is going to go up late. I know Vlog-A-Day, which is what I am calling my version of Vlogmas, is going to go up late as well. I have been traveling a lot and obviously I'm sick, and so just trying to get things up as fast as I can, but I really appreciate your patience. But today's video is $500 Fridays. So this is our 5th Friday that we're talking about, and this is all about Chanel. So these are going to be gifts from Chanel to either that you might want to put on your gift list or that you might want to gift to somebody else under $500. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this was a challenge. This was a challenge trying to find things at Chanel under $500. And most of them are, but I'm asking for a little bit of grace here because there are a few items that are like $525 or $550. So just slightly above that $500 threshold, but you know, hopefully you'll find something that is under $500. So the first item on the list are the holiday gift sets from the makeup cosmetic side of Chanel. And if you haven't watched A Heated Mess, I will link her channel down below, but she goes through all of the holiday sets. They used to come in these Chanel like tweed bags that you could convert into an actual like handbag. And she has a video on her channel showing how to do that. I actually had one and then I ended up getting rid of it because I just never ever used it, but I should have kept the bag. That was kind of dumb. Oh well. Anyway, but if you have one of those old ones that have the little like, their little like tabs on the side that you could attach a D-ring to and then add a chain, like I said, I'll link that video down below where it's kind of a DIY make your own Chanel bag, and for like $100. How bad can that be? So this year, unfortunately, though, they left off those little tabs. I don't know if somebody at Chanel caught wind of A Heated Mess's video and the fact that all of us were turning our cosmetic pouches into bags, sort of like Louis Vuitton, and decided, yeah, no, we're not going to let that happen anymore. So they didn't put those little loops on the bags this year, but nonetheless, they are still great gifts. I think there are either 5 or 6. You're seeing the picture up here, and I can't remember from memory, and I don't have that information on my computer in front of me, but they run anywhere from $72 to $117, depending on which one you pick. There's like a nail care kit one. There's one that is like the hand cream and something else. There's one that has bronzer in it. I think one of the more popular ones is the one with the 3 lip glosses. That's the one I got last year, but they change up the colors, etc. Now I know at a lot of places these are sold out, but they have been coming back into stock pretty frequently. So again, check out A Heated Messes and subscribe to her channel because she posts on her community page all the time, and I'm sure she does it on her Instagram too, but she posts every time they are restocked somewhere. So if you're looking for those, definitely follow her because she'll hook you up. Now, I have to be honest, there are not a lot of gifts on this list for the men in your life, or at least traditional gifts that you would think of for the men in your life, because let's be honest, Chanel doesn't do men's ready to wear. They don't do men's shoes. They just don't go that direction. Now that's not to say that a man can't receive some of these items that I'm going to talk about, but except on the fragrance side or skincare, etc., that's really the only place where Chanel plays in like the traditional male gift vertical, I guess we'll call it. So for that, there is a men's shaving kit, and I believe it comes with a really nice pouch and the shaving cream and fragrance. I can't remember, again, you're seeing it up here, and I researched these a while ago. So, but it's $350. I think it's a pretty good value for what you're getting. It's nice that it comes with that like sort of extra, you know, pout. I think that's a nice option for the men in your life. All right, continuing on with some makeup, just makeup itself. Their holiday items this year are so, so pretty, and I fell in love with the quad eye set that they have, and those run $65. And then they have some beautiful highlighters. I think they came in 2 different shades. I'm showing you one of them here, and those are $88. So again, you could bundle those, you know, make sort of a self-pampering gift and put some other items in there to kind of fill a basket would be nice, or do that in combination with one of the holiday gifts, like maybe tuck that as an extra gift inside the bag, etc. But again, a nice little addition or a great stocking stuffer. Moving on into jewelry. Now, there are some things at Chanel under $500, albeit not a whole lot, but I did find some. Again, we might sneak just above that $500 threshold with a couple of these items. The first one I wanted to show you are these hoop heart earrings, or heart dangle hoop earrings, whatever you want to call them. Show you a picture up here, but these are actually a pair that I have, so I will show you them in person, and I love these. So these are what they look like, and you can see the side profile. They're nice and dainty, but they have a good presence on the ears. So I don't know if you can tell, but that little, the CC there has the little turn lock. Let me see if I turn them to the side. There you can see. Now you can see the little turn lock. Yes, I know. Everybody calm down. Yes, I know that my nails are chipping. I'm having them done tomorrow. So please, we've seen it. Let's let it go. So I love these. I mean, obviously I have 2 of them, but I think, you know, they're $550, which again, I know is a little over the threshold, but I think in this case, these particular earrings are worth the extra $50 that you're going to spend over $500. I just think they're lightweight. You're not going to feel them on the ear. They are easy to wear. They're beautiful. Like I said, they have enough presence. You can see I'm wearing my Louis Vuitton, the small Louise earrings, and you know, they're pretty much the same size, you know, up and down vertically. I just think they're a really great gift, so I would highly recommend. The next pair of earrings is a heart stud, and these are $475. So these are really cute. Hard to tell size, you know, they don't give a reference, and unfortunately they don't actually give the size of the earrings, so I'm not sure how big these are. I'm assuming that they take up, you know, most of the lobe, but they're black enamel with some crystals on them, you know, just a nice simple earring and within the budget. And then the third one, I don't have a picture of because I couldn't find them on the website at all, but I'm going to show you mine. And they're these just traditional CC studs. Mine have the crystals in them. Mine are in the silver tone. And again, they're not on the website. This is a Rev piece, so they have these all the time. I want to say they're around $450, $500 somewhere. There are a couple different sizes, so I think there's a size that's even smaller than this one, like just like one slightly smaller, I think. And then there might be a pair that's maybe like a tiny bit bigger somewhere. But again, a very classic Chanel piece that you cannot go wrong with, that I do think is within the budget. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely check out your Chanel boutique. Like I said, they're a Rev piece, so they hopefully should have them in stock. And finally, in jewelry, is this really cute heart dangle ring. They match the earrings that I just showed you, and it's $500. And I think it's a really cute ring, and it's got, you know, some movement on it, so it'll kind of, you know, move on your finger. If that's something you don't like, stay away from it. If you don't think the person you're going to buy for is going to like that movement aspect of it, then obviously this is not the one for you. But, you know, for $500, I think it's a nice, it's clean, it's simple, but yet it has sort of some frivolity to it with the little dangle heart that moves around. All right, next up, we're going to move into some small leather goods. And again, this is where we're going to kind of be a little under the threshold, be a little over the threshold. So, you know, pick your poison here. But the first one is the sort of traditional card holder. And the picture that I'm showing you over here is actually from the cruise collection. It's from that like Monaco line where they did, you know, the actual runway show in Monaco, and it was all about racing and stuff. And so they have like some charms on them, which I think are cute. I was actually surprised that it was still the same amount as the normal card holder, but I will show you one of mine. So I have 3 of these flap card holders. This was my original one in the black caviar with the gold hardware. As you can see, this is an older version that does not have the Mona Lisa pocket on the back. My 2 other ones, so my Tiffany blue lambskin and my green lambskin from 22A, both have the back pocket, which is great. So I took my Tiffany blue one to New York, and I just always tucked my Metro card back in there. It was perfect. But I really like these. This is honestly my favorite style of card holder. It just, you know, as you can see, has kind of an accordion flap there, and then this slit pocket in the front, which actually is my authenticity card for this particular piece, because this was before they did the chips. They're not putting those plates in these, but the new ones come with a sticker still, but it's in the new format of those numbers. So it's an alphanumeric code instead of just the numbers like it used to be. So that is the sort of traditional flap card holder. And like I said, those run $550. The next is a traditional flat card holder. And I will show you here mine. This is the one I got. This is actually from 22B, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is in the white caviar. The reason why I'm questioning is because I got my white caviar mini cocoa handle in 22A. But anyway, this has the champagne gold hardware. You can see I still have my sticker on it. I know that's sacrilegious to some people, and it's got the couple slots on the back and then the middle compartment in there. And this one in particular was made in Spain. I think most of the small leather goods are made in Spain, but these run $400 or $425. I think the one I'm showing you a picture of up here was $400, but I feel like these are $425. Maybe they're $400. Anyway, somewhere around there. And then the final one is kind of a newer design for them, and I really like this. I would love to get my hands on one. It's called the Zip Card Holder, and it comes in at $525, which actually kind of surprises me because the traditional flap card holder are $550. So this is nice. It's got that zipper on the top, so great to keep things really secure. And then it's got some card slots on it. And like I said, I really like this piece, and I think it would be a great gift. Like I said, just slightly over the budget at $525, but a good one to try if you can find it. Moving into some eyewear, unfortunately, most of Chanel's sunglasses are over the $500 mark, some of them significantly over the $500 mark, but I did find a pair for $525. This is the $520, so only $20 over the limit. And these are a really classic pair of cat eye sunglasses. I love that they have some pearls on the side. You'll see a couple different pictures of these, one straight on, which is just a very classic cat eye look. But then when you turn to the side, that's where all the fun is. And you see, you know, the CC on the side and the pearls on the side. I just think a great look. And I think if I remember correctly, they came in different colors too. I'm showing you the black, but I think they came in white and maybe one other color. But for $520, I think it's a good option. And Chanel sunglasses are beautifully packaged. You know, you get a really, really nice case, usually sort of like faux leather. And I have a couple different cases, but I have one that's like a faux leather that's quilted with the CC on it. And then it comes in a really nice, very substantial box that it comes in. So a really nice presentation if you're gifting someone these. I think they'll be very impressed. And for $520, a pretty good bargain. Okay, getting down to the end here, we're gonna move into some other accessories. So the first ones are some hair accessories. The first piece is a scrunchie that has like a scarf attached to it. A lot of the fashion houses are doing these where you kind of, you know, it's like you tied a scarf in your hair, but you didn't because it's a scrunchie, but then it has like the long tails of a scarf. And those are $425. Then they have a hair pin, which again is just slightly over at $525. But I will be really honest, you guys, I looked at a lot of these hair accessories. It was a velvet headband. All it was just plain black velvet with like a CC, which honestly looked like it was actually on the inside of the headband. That didn't make any sense to me at all. Maybe I was just looking at it wrong, but it was like, I don't even remember how much it was. It could have been like $1,000. It was whatever it was ridiculous for a headband. I mean, there was no like embellishments on it. It was nothing. There was another something else that I looked at, but when I clicked on it, I was like, wow, like step back, please. Like this does not need to be this expensive, but they are. So that scrunchie with the scarf and the hairpin were as close as I could come to that $500 threshold. Otherwise, everything else was way, way up there. And finally, we are going to look at some silk pieces. So like most of the fashion houses, Chanel has their own version of the twilly, or bandeau in their case is what they call them. And theirs run $275. I don't know how, I've actually never seen a Chanel bandeau in person, so I don't know how long it is in comparison to some of the other fashion houses, whether it's the same length, for example, that a twilly is. I do know that, for example, the wrappies from Fendi are significantly longer than a twilly. So those run, I think, like $235-ish, $240. And in general, twillies, I think, are $180. Maybe they're up to $185 now. I don't remember. But they are longer. So, I mean, these are $275. Again, I'm hoping they're longer and that's what's jacking up the price a little bit. But they definitely are on the more spendy side of, if you're looking for a, you know, a bandeau, twilly, something to put on your handbag as decorative, or, you know, to use in your hair, etc. We've talked about multiple times how to use those. And then the other piece is they do have their version of, obviously, the square scarf. So a 90 by 90 square scarf. They have some very pretty ones, and they are actually sort of on par price-wise with Hermes as far as their 90 by 90 silk scarves. They run $450, which I think is right in the ballpark. In fact, the Hermes ones might be a tiny bit more expensive. I do know from watching some other people's videos, again, I've never handled a Chanel silk scarf, that the silk is a little bit different. So people describe the Hermes silk scarves, and I've had them, so I know what they're talking about. They're a little more hefty, they have a little more substance to them. So I honestly don't think that they drape quite as well. When I've seen people compare the two, it seems as though, especially if you're using them as like an actual scarf, they drape better because they're maybe a little thinner. I don't know. It just seems like they're a little more fluid. I don't want to say that the Hermes ones are stiff. They're not stiff, but they're just slightly, I think, a little more robust, if that's the correct word. Or like I said, maybe a little more hefty in the silk. And so they're just enough more substantial that I don't think that they're not as fluid. I guess that's the best way to describe it to me. When I think of a silk scarf, I think of something that's very fluid, right? That just, you know, just sort of melts in your hands. And an Hermes scarf isn't that way. And I think the Chanel ones are more like how I'm describing. So that's it, guys. That is our $500 Friday for this week from Chanel. I think it was a little bit faster than some of our other ones, albeit probably because there aren't as many items under $500 from Chanel. But I hope I found enough things that you found something to add to your own wish list or gift list, as well as maybe some items that you would like to give to somebody special in your life. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could take a second and just click that thumbs up button. It really does help the algorithm. It helps push out my video to other people so they see it as well. And, you know, don't forget to subscribe and make sure that you're watching out, because I am starting Vlog-A-Day. I'm not calling it Vlogmas because I don't celebrate Christmas, so I figured I would put holiday in the name, so we're calling it Vlog-A-Day. Although you'll see from some of these first couple of videos that I get a little confused as to what myself that I'm calling this whole series. So anyway, stick around for Vlog-A-Day. I would love to have you join us. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one.